to you wherever and whenever you listen to these knowledge seekers programs. As usual, we try to extend the knowledge and see what we understand more. I was told last week's teaching, bringing the technology into the light and conversion of light has affected many of our people understanding, and they say they understand a little bit more than what they thought they understood, but now they're lost in the new maze. In so many ways, the knowledge of the plasma is and has to become the totality of the work of the plasma. We try to understand how conversion of plasma from spherical to what we call elongated cylindrical, what we call light, to what converts itself back to as an energy to matter, is literally, as we call the book number 1, 2 and 3. Creation of the light and motion of the light is itself a condition imposed by environment, which the plasma travels through or gets attracted to. And on the other hand, the same condition and environment can be used to evolve and revolve the, what we call the plasma of the light. What does this mean? In so many writing is called, and it's been changed name to transmutation of element. But if you look at it, we started with the gases. In this process, we developed in a way that the gas in origin is radiating field. Some of the fields of the gases you make, if you create a right environment for it, you will see it'll appear as light to the visible or instrumentation detection. But when this light arrives at its destination, now it has to manifest itself in what it is. Is the plasma? Does it carry the energy of copper? Or does it carry the energy of hydrogen? Does it carry, in effect, condition that it can convert itself in conjunction with gravitational magnetic field of its destination to matter copper? So if you understand, light itself is transmutation of fields according to the strength of them and according to what they can carry and what it delivers at a point of its manifestation in respect to its environment. If you have the sun, the rays of the sun in plasmatic magnetic field move this way. If you be able to capture them as a gravitational magnetic field by a planet, here you create gold. Most of what is as gold depending on the rotation and direction. Here you have helium. Here you have subatomic. So at the same time you have gold at this condition. But if you can produce a specific condition, you can make this helium according to its environment to gold too. So what we learned is the transmutation of fields, packages of energies, what we call light. This movement of the fields from the sun to its point, submatter, sub-elements, whatever comes to, in interaction with the other fields that might have manifested from the sun itself at different strength, leaving its surface, or by interaction on the other fields returning or entering the space of the solar system can lead to creation of gold too. As they lose, as these fields, the green one and the red one or the blue one, interact with each other softly, they create that what we call translucent light of the universe. This, if we understand, then in fact what we call the light from the sun as a field manifests itself to what it is according to what it comes to at what point. When it rubs against the earth's different layers, further or closer the strength of the gravitational magnetical, it starts creating its own elements. In many, many times, as I've taught before and recently, and last teachings I explained this. If you look at geological pattern of the planet, you and I, we see they cut a mountain. We see different layers and different colors. Ah, the question to ask is, where did these colors come from? Where these things come from? They did not happen at the point of inception and creation of the earth. They happened as earth passed through different strength from the outer strips into towards the sun and its rotation around its environment. As the environment around the earth has changed, as in its passage, it has accepted and created different gravitational magnetic fields, which has led to creation of different layers. So, if we understand this and expand the knowledge, understanding it's us who decides on the field absorption, then we come to a very big conclusion. We can change deserts into oases. And then, if we wait long enough, we can create the sand which is needed for oasis, the soil which is needed to cultivate. So we understand that the layers of this planet are not accidental. Nobody has ever asked, we just accepted geologists. This is this, this is this. Okay, but some of the layers we can explain was at the bottom of the ocean. Even to be at the bottom of the ocean, the atmosphere around it has to confirm and confine in that position that can hold an ocean's condition. Then it comes, we see layers of different things. Where did these layers come? Some of it we get with the volcanic, but the others man has never been explained to. Now we understand. The reason we need to understand is that in the coming time, we don't need to put chemicals on deserts. We don't need to put all sorts of things to change the environment of the land to make it for one purpose or other. Now we can change the environment through the plasmatic magnetic field, that we change the game. We change the game in two ways. We change the amount of the fields which is needed to be absorbed to create, let's say, environment of a marshland for things to grow here. And then next door we can create a condition that we can only grow bananas. And if you are very good at it, we will become good at it. On the top of the mountain, I like to grow rice, which is opposite to us, as we know. Rice is made in flat lands with a lot of water. But it's the condition which we create. Plasmatic change in the environment will dictate the growth. This is answer to those who say there's going to be food shortage because of so many human beings as we increase in numbers. But if we understand this, even on the roof of our own homes, we can produce environments like the greenhouses that we have nowadays, that in one corner we create the environment of tropic, for tropic fruits, another one for grasslands, and another one to be able to grow anything we like. And this is what the next generation of the conversion of the fields from the universe will force man to accept and to do in the depth of the universe. If you go to another planet and you want to create the condition of this planet, sorry, there are no glasses, there are no aluminum frames, no greenhouse. But if you carry the knowledge, understand the knowledge, all you need to do is to find out what fields are coming here and what system you need to put here, that field creates the magnetic gravitational field to grow carrots. Then, do you need the soil to cultivate on? Or do you need the seed that by giving the right condition, it grows on its own? You can grow alkaline vegetation on acidic land and acidic vegetation on alkaline land. You will have different kind of environment as you choose. But we have to move into the steps, move into the condition in how we convert the light, or what we call plasmatic motion of the fields in the universe. Light is not just what you see and you can identify through it. Light is the transmutation, transfer and transportation of the plasmatic entity. Some pass us and they become light on the moon, some pass us, they become light on the Saturn. But at our strength, we do not catch. They don't create light for us. When you are on the line of another planet, you receive the same light strength as the one before or after you might receive. But the brightness of the planet Earth does not change, because the gravitational magnetic field of the Earth can only pull the plasmatic light fields of the entity which is at the strength which it attracts, not what is passing through. Otherwise, forever we would have a thunderstorms of thunder lights of solar system inside the planet. We absorb, we attract according to gravitational magnetic field of the center points of the planet. That is why summers are hot and everyone across the planet, unless there is some clouds, feels the same temperature. The interaction of the fields in the dimension of the plasmatic motion creates light, but then that light is conformation and, in a way, understanding of the entity existence in front of us. We do not need to have the eye to see, but through the reflection of the lights which we have, in a way, detect, we can tell what is in front of us. When the man loses his eye in the span of the universe, as is no use because it's too close to read, everything is too fast, then how does the man see? How does the man detect with no eyes? There is a big difference between the blindness and no vision, no eyes. Even we are blind, the dimension of the field interaction without any nerve connection creates its own dimension of confirmation of the existence. But when you don't have that, you have to very much work on the solar of the plasma of the body of the man. Sounds are very vague in space. Then it goes to the vision of the soul of the man. What do we see and how we would like to see? then every entity has a bandwidth according to understanding of the man or being, that you can detect everything, because they don't interact with the specific liquid salt balance in your eye for you to confirm the manifestation of entity. But then you see through the strength of the interaction of the fields with the soul of the. Then, if you understand just a little bit more into this, then man has the vision to see his creator. Is the man who has decided to use the eye of physicality and not the eye of the soul of